The following example is a basic operation on rational expressions, and that is subtraction. So in order to subtract or add really any fraction, you have to remember that you need a common denominator. So that's what makes this problem interesting, is that we have to visualize the denominators in a slightly different way. So what we're going to do is we're going to factor each of these two denominators. And then we're going to compare the factors that are in the denominators. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to rewrite it. X over, I have x squared minus 16. I should recognize that this is a difference of two squares. Now I have a video on difference of two squares, so if you're not familiar with it, go ahead and take a look. So to factor a difference of two squares, what I always recommend is you take the square root of the first term, in this case x squared. So square root of x squared is going to be x. So I'm going to have x plus, and then I'm going to have x minus. Now the number that goes in that blank space would be the square root of the next term, which is in this case 16. So the square root being 4. So x plus 4 and x minus 4. So those are the factors of the first expression there, or the first part of the expression anyway. And so we're going to subtract, and then let's go ahead and take a look at the next term. And the next term says 8 over x squared plus 5x plus 4. Okay, so in the next one, the denominator, we're going to say, okay, well, we've got the factors of 4, and we want the factors of 4 such that when added, give us 5. Well, the factors of 4 in general are 4 times 1 and 2 times 2. Well, 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 plus 1 is 5, so that leads me to believe that my factors are going to be x plus 1 and x plus 4, and those are actually the exact factors for this. So there we've got it. Now we're going to compare. Well, I've got x plus 4 times x minus 4, and I've got x plus 1 times x plus 4. Notice the difference. This one has x minus 4, this one has x plus 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to change each of these by multiplying by a factor of 1. So we're really not going to change it other than multiplying by a factor of 1. So I'm going to say, okay, what is this missing in the denominator? X plus 1. And what is this missing in the denominator? X minus 4. So here's how we handle that situation. Well, in the first case, x over x plus 4 times x minus 4 times x plus 1. Okay, but since I added that in there, I also need to multiply the top by the same factor. I want you to notice that because these two things are the same, we have in essence multiplied by a factor of 1. Therefore, we haven't really changed it. Okay, that's good. Now what we're going to do is take a look at the next part. So, alright, again I stated that the second part was missing the x minus 4 term. So let's go ahead and take that into account. So I'm going to say minus 8 over x plus 1, x plus 4 times x plus 4 times x minus 4, since that's what I was missing. And then again in the numerator, I multiply by x minus 4 again. Once again, a factor of 1 here. So it doesn't really change this. Okay, now I'm ready, and I can actually do some simple distribution here in the numerators, and then some combining of like terms at the end. So let's see here. I have x times x giving me x squared, x times 1 giving me x, so x squared plus x. I have a negative 8 in this case. Negative 8 times x is negative 8x. Okay, and negative 8 times negative 4, gives me a positive 32. So plus 32 here. So I combine those terms. Again, everything is over x plus 4, x minus 4, and x plus 1. Very good. Okay, now this gives me x squared in the middle right here. Let's see here. Let me get a different colored pen. In the middle right here, I can combine these terms. X minus 8x. And that gives me negative 7x. X squared minus 7x plus 32 over x plus 4 times x minus 4 times x plus 1. Now the only other thing that I would check in this example is whether or not I can actually factor the numerator here. X squared minus 7x plus 32. And in this case, I really don't have any factors of 32 that would give me negative 7 when added or subtracted. So in this case, we'll leave it like that. And so this right here that I'm boxing in for you is actually our answer. So this is what we're looking for when we ask you to maybe add or subtract rational expressions.